Noah Rubin.
And you're listening to CR Live.
Welcome to another edition of the CR Live. I'm your host, Alex Gruskin, and we are here with one of, I'm going to go ahead and say it, probably my favorite player of this Stowe Mountain Lodge Classic, a man we have interviewed before on the Cracked Interviews podcast. It is American Next Gen superstar and 2014 Kalamazoo and Junior Wimbledon singles champion and doubles at Kalamazoo. I shouldn't forget that. Noah Rubin. Noah, thank you for taking the time to do this.
No, my pleasure. Yes.
So we were talking a little bit before we got on, and I think the first question I have to talk about, we talked about this on your podcast, the newest season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I was disappointed. What did you think?
It wasn't quite the same old Larry. I mean, it has some of the same jokes, but it wasn't the season 4, season 3 that we all loved. So, I'm hoping for another season if we can bring it back. Hoping.
Well, can I just say I love the way you say Larry. It makes me feel right at home, so I love it. But just in general, we had a guy come up here earlier. He described you as the guy who beat John Isner 2 weeks ago, and I don't want to dwell on that, but just in general, you seem to have a lot of momentum, obviously enough so to get yourself a wild card into the main draw of the U.S. Open. Just how are you feeling about your 2018 season in general?
Yeah, I mean, beginning of the clay season really started to wind up. I mean, I actually played a future at the beginning of that, and to go from that to getting the wild card for the French Open, played Isner there and having some great matches, beating Baghdadis, and then going into the hardcore season playing some great tennis, and it's been exciting. I mean, just being healthy for the first time ever, and just to be out here is great.
I can imagine, and I don't want to dwell on that Isner match too long, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask you this. Did you bring multiple pairs of shoes to this event?
Yes, that is all everybody talks about. And honestly, the best part of the tournament is seeing the picture of the woman holding the shoe up like a crocodile. And she was just so happy to get it. So, I mean, it was a fun event, and obviously I'll have that forever.
Well, I don't want to be like the average interview, so I'm going to ask you some different questions then moving forward. In terms of the spread tonight, you have seen your fair share of ATP player party spreads.
Yeah.
How does this compare?
God, it's got to be probably at the top of my list. Doesn't compare to my Bar Mitzvah, but it's definitely at the top of my list. I mean, there's some others that compare, but God, some of the food tonight was incredible.
Well, let me just say, for my Bar Mitzvah, we had Nathan's Coney Island, so I don't know what you were having, but mine was much more low-key.
Shrimp and oysters? Sorry.
Typical New York. I should have expected that. But okay, in general, this is your first time in Vermont, at least for this event. What are your expectations? How are you going to use this to buoy yourself into that U.S. Open, play your best tennis going into that?
I mean, actually, my girlfriend and I live 5 hours away. We've never been to Vermont. Shockingly enough. I mean, family and friends ski all the time. We've never been. So to be here before the U.S. Open, great practices, great players. We all know each other. It's really great. I mean, everybody's relaxed, and they're too nice here. They're almost too nice. I'm not used to it from New York.
Well, I can hear your mother saying, Noah, you're not allowed to ski. It's way too dangerous. You've got a tennis career ahead of you, so I don't want to see you doing that.
I can't even zip line.
That's an excellent answer. Well, then I want to end with a fun one. We'll do two fun ones real quick. One, in terms of your favorite food of the night, if there's any item, what would you re-eat?
Oh, God. I went back at least 7 times, and then I had my girlfriend go back 4 times after that so it didn't look weird. God, everything was just great. Between the sushi and the pork rib, oh, God, it was incredible.
Well, I won't tell your mom that you ate the pork rib, but we have a special guest. We're bringing it. Come on in. Come on in for 2 seconds. Oh, my God. We're joined by Noah Rubin's lovely girlfriend. Will you introduce yourself to the crowd?
Hello, I am Jamie Weisler.
So, Jamie, first question. Did you get a bigger appearance fee than Noah to appear at this event?
I received $0 and a beautiful villa, so I'll take it.
But in general, you're watching Noah at an event like this. What's your experience like just going through the week, watching him practice with Nishioka, slaps a few winners along the way? You having fun?
It's a lot of fun. It's pretty cool. I've been able to see his journey this whole summer rather than watching it through the TV screen, so it's been a good time.
Absolutely, and I will say this, look, not that I'm a Noah Rubin critic, obviously I'm your biggest fan, but the forehand in person, much more aesthetically pleasing. I don't think people give you enough credit for your racket speed.
I appreciate that. I worked very hard on it because they go straight to the backhand. That's like the easy go-to. I have other things.
Well,
Come on.
I won't. Last question, in terms of this crop of next-gen Americans. Obviously, you're at the older front of it all, and I should let you know I was born October 95, so I consider myself a next-gen American rising alongside of you. But just in general, you see the success of yourself, of the, you're up to a career high in the 130s, of the Tiafos, of the Donaldsons, the Fritzes. What does it mean to you to have a group of Americans to rise through the ranks with, and how has that helped your development?
I mean, it's very rare for a tennis player to make it on their own. I mean, if you go through Nadal, Federer, they always had people next to them. It was that friendly competition that never let them stop and never let them, because you know what, he won that match, I could do it too. And we all like each other, but we want to beat the crap out of each other. It's the same thing, we have it all the time. So it's been great.
Well, but just in general, watching Noah in these events, watching just the rise in general, is it wrong to say tennis is the most entertaining sport out there?
So honestly, I grew up not having anything to do with tennis, and now it's probably my favorite sport to watch.
I expected you to say I love football, so respectfully,
no, I'm the one who hates tennis. No, seriously, I don't watch it. It's hockey and nothing else. Seriously.
Oh, are you an Islanders fan? Oh, of course you're an Islanders fan. Let me tell you.
Rangers fan? Are you kidding me?
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you guys both so much, and really appreciate it. We will talk to you soon.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Of course.